Hello. Uh, Good morning. I've been thinking about healing, and I've been thinking about healing soul ruptures and what does it mean to heal the ruptures of the spirit, or when a rupture happens in our own lives or in our own being, in our relationships. How do we attend to that? Uh, how do we attend to a rupture within or an external rupture? It's something that I have been thinking about, and one of the ways that we know that we can really allow others in, allow others to see us and to be with us and to love us is we can open our hearts to love. We can open our hearts to the other beings that are around us. There's this story that I really appreciate. It's from the Book of Nine Muses by Angelus Arian, and it says, "Love. Once upon a time, there was an island where all of the feelings lived: happiness, sadness, knowledge, and all of the others, including love. One day, it was announced to the feelings that the island would sink. So all prepared their boats and left. Love was the only one who stayed. Love wanted to persevere until the last possible moment. When the island was almost sinking, love decided to ask for help. Richness was passing by love on a grand boat, and love said, 'Richness, can you take me with you?' And Richness answered, 'No, I can't. There's a lot of gold and silver in my boat, and there's no place here for you.' And love decided to ask Vanity, who was also passing by on a beautiful vessel. 'Vanity, please help me.' 'I can't help you, love. You're all wet and you might damage my boat.' Vanity answered. Sadness was close by, so love asked for help. 'Sadness, let me go with you.' 'Oh, love, I'm so sad that I need to be by myself.' Happiness passed by love too, but she was so happy that she didn't even hear when love called out to her. Suddenly there was a voice, 'Come, love, I will take you.' It was an elder. Love felt so blessed and overjoyed that he even forgot to ask Elder her name. When they arrived at dry land, the elder went her own way, and Love, realizing how much he owed the elder, asked Knowledge, another elder, 'Who helped me?' 'It was Time,' Knowledge answered. 'Time?' asked Love. 'But why did Time help me?' Knowledge smiled with deep wisdom and answered, 'Because only Time is capable of understanding how great love really is.' Because only time is capable of understanding how great love is. And so I think that, when I'm thinking about love, I'm thinking about the things and the people and the places. And there's things that we love, but really, it's the people where we look up again and again and again, and there they are. There they still are, right? They're still loving us. They're still there for us. They're still cherishing us. But I also think that there is this power in longevity, and I know that I have had um, so many amazing human beings in my life, and some of them are still here, some of them are still with me, and others have crossed. Others have, they've gone into the other reality, they've gone into the other realm, and so there's this peace, there's this deep, deep peace in loving someone and um, knowing someone for 10, 20, 30 years, 2 years, 5 years. But I think that there's something that is required of us when we have relationships that are that have that longevity, that are relationships that can last a lifetime. And that is that ability to be in a conversation with each other, to maintain our connection through being honest and warm and connected and loving, and also by having difficult conversations when we need to have difficult conversations. But that there is this ability to just, it's saying, I think it's David Riccio that said, it's the ability to say 100% of what you need to say to 100% of the people 100% of the time, right? And to know that you're loved and cared for, and that we will be direct and honest with each other. So that ability to communicate, the ability to learn how to communicate and what to communicate, the ability to ask for our needs and our wants, and to also be willing to not have those needs and wants met because, you know, sometimes our wants and needs aren't met by a single person or even a group of people, or even people that we really, really love. Sometimes that's not the priority for everyone. But I think it's also David Richo who talks about that, an intimate relationship is only like 25% of our need fulfillment. And so to make sure that we have need fulfillment around our creativity, and need fulfillment around our other relationships, and need fulfillment around things and people and places and passions that we have in our lives and things that we love in our lives. And so I think that there's something about facing and embracing and tickling the issues that come up, and being able to maintain and retain our sense of humor, but also to recognize that love is healing, and that if we can have a conversation, and that if we can communicate, we can experience that healing. So thank you so much. I hope that you can be in conversations where everybody wins. And I look forward to hearing more about how you stay connected and how you heal those wounds. The only way that we can heal wounds is if we address them. Otherwise, we can't heal them unless we address them. And the only way that a wound deepens is where it has not been mended or attended. And so how can we attend those things? Through loving attention, loving, real, authentic connection and attention to address and process and resolve things together in a loving way. And so we're hoping that we can, address things and come together and be in conversations that create a better world for everyone, where everybody wins. But that takes a lot of energy, right? And so I would just be curious, how can I create win-wins in my life today? What is it that I can do to create more love in my life? One of the things that I do in order to do that is I will center myself each day. So any ways that we can center ourselves and really come back to who we are and where we are. And then we can listen to each other. We can listen to ourselves. We can pray. We can meditate. We can do service. There's so many ways where we can kind of get out of ourselves, where our needs are met. It's interesting, get out of ourselves so our needs are met. But there's also ways to go deeper into our interior world, where we can attend and care for and give ourselves that love and healing that allows us to communicate that externally. So peace of mind, everyone, and I'll talk to you next week. I will be with Issa and Angelo, and we'll be talking about the masculine and the good, true, and beautiful of the masculine. And so I'm going to close with, may our eyes remain open even in the face of tragedy. May we not become disheartened. May we find in the dissolution of our apathy and denial the cup of the broken heart. May we discover the gift of fire burning in the inner chamber of our being, burning great and bright enough to transform any poison. May we offer the power of our sorrow to the service of something greater than ourselves. May our guilt not rise up to form yet another defensive wall. May the suffering purify and not paralyze us. May we endure. May sorrow bond us and not separate us. May we realize the greatness of our sorrow and not run from its touch or its flame. May clarity be our ally and wisdom our support. May our wrath be cleansing, cutting through the confusion of denial and greed. May we not be afraid to see or speak the truth. May we not be afraid to see or speak our truth. May the bleakness of the wasteland be dispelled. May the soul's journey be revealed and the true hunger fed. May we be forgiven for what we have forgotten and be blessed with the remembrance of who we really are. The Terma Collective, Prayers for Solidarity and Justice. Have a great week.